Hey everybody, it's Jason with Lexington Antiques. Coming back to you today with another video of some miliaria I picked up. This is a huge lot of mainly ephemera items, World War I, World War II for the majority of it. Lots of photos, real photo postcards, kind of regular postcards, um, some German, some French, mostly American, but also some Nazi photos. I think there's some photos in there that somebody took from the Eagle's Nest after it was captured, um, along with a scrapbook from a uh, bombardier. I can't remember the aircraft he flew on, um, which is it records his entire service, including friends he'd met, places he'd gone, his invasion armband. You can see some pieces here. This is that book. I won't be able to show you everything individually, piece by piece. There's so much of it. As you see, there's even a whole box here of just loose pages out of scrapbooks. He kind of said it was a package deal, and he had to take everything. But anyway, let's dive into it and see what we got. So this scrapbook is filled with information and photos from I think it's a bombardier from here in South Carolina who actually went to the Citadel. He joined enlisted in 1942, was active duty in 1943, and commissioned in 1944. It is full of tons of information, service, friends. A great story about how he got to England on boat, and there was destroyers dropping depth charges, and where he went to the Royal Air Force Base. And like I say, you get a lot of photos from here in the States before he left. That's a great one there with the gas mask. All the way up to his training. That's a great armband. Try to get through it a little bit quicker, sorry guys. So lots of just photos of him hanging out during his training. There's a great shot from, I guess it was his seat as the bombardier. And a great shot of bombs being dropped at 500 feet, it says. It's a great one there. It says Men from Mars with the gas mask on. Like, almost all of these are actually written on or labeled with names. This was actually a Citadel graduation invite that he put in here. Again, just tons of stuff. Some banknotes from England, some pounds and shillings. This program from some play or something, and lots of little booklets. Some of these pages are detached, and yeah, that was a great little caricature of, I'm assuming him, dated August 4th, 1945, out of South Dakota. Bombardier School, like, newsletter right here. A ration card. Again, just all kinds of stuff. Try to flip through some of the other photos. There's him, I guess, with his air crew. Sorry, the glare is making it tough to see. How cool is that? Lots of photos of him and different things. Not sure what that is. It's got a photo of something. Again, just full of some great items. There's your Stars and Stripes from Hitler's death. And he went to a lot of schools. I know I saw several colleges on paperwork in here. There's another paper. This is really cool. He actually several of these when he was at Bombardier School, his drops, his practice sheets, and he actually wrote or drew little maps on the back of them. A lady review, some naked ladies in there. Some tests from Bombardier School. And this whole package full of some more photos and stuff. A really neat, complete history in this book here. So the guy I bought this from actually would go to estate sales and different things. He collects ephemera, mainly photographs and things. And he would actually compile these binders full of specific subjects. Like I know he had states and landscapes and buildings and things like that. He wasn't necessarily a military collector. He just put all the military items into this binder and another binder I'll show you in a second. But this thing is full of some really neat postcards, real photo postcards from World War I through World War II. Some posted, some not posted. This is the ones that caught my eye, these old tanks. These great French World War I postcards. I mean, just an amazing collection. Like I said, this took him a while. This isn't one purchase. He just kept putting them in. These sleeves. And he actually, I met him at a antique sale in the parking lot of one of the antique malls I sell out of. And he told me he had these books, and we connected, and he didn't live too far away, so I went and checked them out and bought everything I could. And he's hoping to have some more at some point. And let me try that. Get into the World War II kind of era postcards. Like I say, nothing that's super rare or anything, but some of these are in really good shape and from all over the country. The World War I postcards, I really enjoy finding those. Just because I think about them being how old they are and to have survived this long. And the other book, I believe, is the one that has some of the German photographs in it. The actual photographs, not just postcards. Another one with the tanks. That's really neat. The Machine Gun Training Center with all the troops forming the emblem. Again, like I say, a bunch. I don't want to bore you guys with flipping so slow through page by page, but you can just see how many there are, and kind of gets back to the blank spots there. But these are some of the kind of loose photos, postcards. There's even some stereo view cards here. Mostly World War I, some World War II, some actually probably pre-World War I. Some great photos here. Like I said, they're not all related because he kind of just putting them together from different estates. But here's some great pictures. I think these are meant to be together. This is the same guy on the drums here, the 250th engineer. And this is a good one of him riding on a little donkey. Some ships. I love World War I photographs and postcards, and there's a bunch of them in here, but these are some of the ones that were separate. That one even has a name on it. This is a great one. It's Merry Christmas, Alice. How do you like the new house? So I'm guessing that soldier was part of that. There's so many photos and things I could show you all of them, but I don't want to bore you guys, but again, just some great pieces. This soldier holding up a pillow. So it was the only photo you can get. Again, there's Grand Army of the Republic. Fort H.G. Wright. Can't quite see the year, but I did pull these out. These are some more interesting ones that I really liked. Unfortunately, the corner's chipped off, but show that early aerial photo there, or depiction. This is USS Henderson, which was used World War I, World War II, and it actually had just escaped, or was setting sail out of Pearl Harbor on the day it happened. It actually changed course to Alaska, thinking it could evade the Japanese. And this one on the back says, in front of the guardhouse, SS troopers used this guardhouse for slave workers in the factory we lived in. Really neat. There's an early airplane and some early submarines. And I hadn't had a chance to really delve in and see if I can make out what subs those are, where they're at, but you can see there's a bunch of them there. Anyway, more to come. All right, these are just kind of some random, they were rolled up together from 1926, I guess out of a magazine or something. Just some different headlines, like Yale graduation. Check out the size of that devilfish. But within that is this really neat one. It does relate with military, and this is when they raised the S-51, which was actually it collided with I think a merchant vessel. You can see right there where the collision was. And this is after they raised it from the depths. I think only 3 crew members actually were able to abandon ship out of, I don't remember if it was 36. There we go. This is the bodies of 25 brave men who died at their posts were removed from the battered wreck. Anyway, interesting piece. Also rolled up with it was this 1951 Shepherd Air Force Base like class photo. And I've had a few like this. It's actually a double of this one, but on the back of this one they actually listed all of the airmen, which is rare to have everybody's names. Anyway, just here I actually remember this estate sale. So I remember this photographer. I actually bought a lot of his stuff. I guess he got there before me and picked up some of these. But what's interesting, I've never seen this, maybe you guys can help me out with that, but this airboat, this fan boat, is actually, you can see it in the photo on the camera kind of, but an Air Force fan boat. I have never seen that, as well as right there, USAF, an Air Force boat. And I have no idea why they would have that. They're both official photographs. I think the only date I saw in any of these was 1963. So if anybody knows why the Air Force had boats, let me know. I just never heard of it. This great magazine from Camp Wadsworth here in South Carolina. It was really neat. It's called The Gas Attack, the magazine itself, and dated 1918, so World War I, 27th Division. Great old magazine. this book from the Bird Antarctic expedition. It's just a really neat piece to have. And this, I'm not quite sure. Interesting photograph of these two young ladies wearing masks in a frame. I guess I could take it out and see if there's anything written on the back, but it's pretty neat. All right, and this newspaper is from San Francisco, 1939. And it's actually, if you fold it out, it's a large map of Europe marches on to war with just the different areas. And I guess that's troops, which is a great piece. It probably should be framed up. And another World War I photo. But these two photos, he actually, when I came back to pick up the stuff, told me I could take these for, I didn't pay too much for them at all, but, and he wasn't quite sure what the API was. You see API 99, API 1900. And I figured it was some kind of military college, and it is the predecessor to Auburn. I guess they were called Alabama Polytechnic Institute. And actually Tom Wirt, to be him right there, was actually on their football team, and that's how I was able to actually research and to figure out where it was. And he was on their football team in 1899, so it was an interesting piece. I'll probably be trying to contact Auburn to see if they have any use for them. I try to donate stuff when I can. It's not always feasible. There's another great photo of this guy's sweetheart posing on the back of a military truck there. And this book is 1918, and it's, I think, from a nursing school. These are all the graduates, and they wrote a little something in them with their names. So it's all the nurses. And the back actually has a poem in it, written by one of them that mentions going to the battlefield over there to care for the troops. It's a neat book. He actually threw that in for me. A ship, and this is a roll of different aircraft. That's the A-20 Havoc. I don't have anything to hold it down, but it's just several different aircraft in this bundle there. All right, we're just about down to the bottom of it. I'm going to show you guys the German photographs and stuff here in a second. Here's a great Collier's Weekly from 1917 with the Navy observers and the observation balloon with some stories about U-boats inside. I'm not going to open it up because it's real fragile. Here's a trench arch ship. Missing some pieces are broken off, but the little gun turret still swivel. Not sure what ship they were trying to make out of that, but really neat. It's great brass looking glass. Missing some pieces, and not quite sure if it was military or just a ship's piece. Unfortunately, this has been cut down and missing pieces, but that was a really great nursing poster board piece, but still cool, still worth saving. And this, I'm not sure who drew it, what's depicting. Looks like French soldiers to me, but I could be wrong. If anybody knows or has seen this before, I'd appreciate any info. And move this stuff out the way, and we'll grab the other book. It's just another book this full of photos and postcards. Skim through and get to the actual photos. There's some there. Guantanamo Bay. I know some are from Nicaragua, early 1900s, and Guantanamo Bay. But there you go, some of the German pieces. Get the glare off of it, sorry. Standing on top of a German, or on the tail of a German plane. German officers. Well, there's some writing on the back of some of these saying where they're from. Got a Nazi get together there. Function. An inspection going in. Great photos. I still got to do some research on them, but just hadn't had the chance to. And then you get into the U.S. photos. Or photos from the some soldiers, I believe. Yeah, you see they're all written on the back. German Frauleins, Nuremberg. Some Russians at camp. It looks like it was Camp Edberg behind those guys there. I don't know what that guy's doing there. The 45. All these U.S. soldiers in Germany. Some wreckage from something that they're standing on. There's some French photos too. Some soldiers having some downtime. And so we're getting some more postcards. But I know there's some more videos. I know there's some more photos of oh wait, yeah, I wanted to show the photos. I think this is an Indian motorcycle with the soldiers on. He's in the sidecar. Really neat photo. Yeah, I love the World War I stuff. You don't find it as that's a great postcard there, Hitler in a casket. And if you can read that, we are going to bury Hitler face down, then if he should come to life and starts to dig, he will dig his way into hell. So like I said, they're all kind of mixed up. It's World War II, World War I, just kind of thrown in here, but great one too. Mussolini, Hitler. The old Paris Island postcard. I'm here in South Carolina, so it's a great piece to have here. Like I said, I'm sure there's some. I might have skipped them in the other book, but there were some photos. Here they are. In the back of this one. SS Barracks and the Eagle's Nest. There's some stuff written on the back of them. With all that stuff, he has some more of these ship's photos, and I'll probably go back and buy them from him in the future if he still has them. But this is a Leviathan. I actually have another photo like this. The soldier actually put his rank and where he sailed from, World War I. So he threw that in, and he kind of forced me to take this entire box He said he didn't want any more. It's different photos. Not all military, but it's all from a veteran. This is a ton of photos, and like a lot of them are, like I say, military. There's a wax officer. She was in training, I believe. So they're not all military. Like I say, I kind of got those at the top here. But they're really neat. Anyway, so that's it for that collection, which was a lot. I'm sorry if I got a little long-winded with it, showing you everything, but it's probably the most ephemera I've purchased ever, and all really, really great stuff. I don't think there's one piece in there that I didn't like and don't want to research. So, hope you enjoyed the video. This video will be coming out before the military show in Charleston, November 17th. I will be there. That's in Charleston, South Carolina. I think it's like the 18th. 17th, 18th, 19th, something like that. I put the information up here, but I'll be there. A lot of this stuff will be there too. I'll probably leave it in the books and let people kind of flip through and look at it. And if they want to buy something, of course, I will still try to get some of my money back, because he gave me a good deal, but it was still a big hit to the account to get all this stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. It takes a lot of work to put these videos together. I don't mind doing it because I like sharing it. I like watching other people's videos, so share a link to your channel in the comments if you want to, if you do the same kind of stuff. And later.